Welcome to Unstoppable You Now, where we explore stories that transform the soul and guide us toward a better life. Meet Tiko, a small blue bird with feathers as bright as the morning sky, but a spirit that was restless. He possessed an intense desire to be the fastest flyer in the forest, never stopping to enjoy the beautiful view. Tiko wanted everything immediately, whether it was singing the loudest song or finding the juiciest worms before anyone else did. His wise mother often warned him that great things take time, but Tiko simply rolled his eyes and flew away. He believed that waiting was for the weak, and that speed was the only thing that mattered in this world. The day of the Great Berry Dash arrived, a famous race where young birds competed to retrieve the first red berry. Tiko was shaking with excitement, convinced he would win easily because he was faster and more energetic than the others.
As the signal sounded, Tiko launched himself forward with explosive power, leaving his competitors far behind in a dust cloud. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind swept through the valley, forcing the other birds to fly lower for safety. But Tiko, in his haste, ignored the wind currents and tried to force his way through with brute strength alone. His lack of patience caused him to lose balance, and he crashed clumsily into a thick patch of wet moss. Dazed and confused, he watched helplessly as the slower, more careful birds glided past him toward the finish line. He felt a deep sting of humiliation as he realized his speed had actually caused his defeat in the race. Determined to redeem himself, Tiko decided he would build the most magnificent nest in record time to impress everyone. He gathered twigs frantically, choosing quantity over quality, and threw them together without weaving them securely into the branch. Within an hour, his nest was finished, looking lopsided and fragile, but Tiko was proud of his lightning-fast speed. That night, a fierce storm rolled in, bringing heavy rain and howling winds that shook the trees to their roots. Because he had rushed the construction, his fragile nest could not withstand the power of the angry wind that night. The nest was blown away into the darkness, leaving poor Tiko shivering, wet, and homeless in the cold rain. The next morning, he saw that the nests built with patience and care were still standing strong against the elements. Feeling defeated, Tiko flew down to a bush where he noticed a caterpillar moving agonizingly slow across a leaf. He asked the creature why it moved so slowly, mocking its pace and boasting about his own ability to fly. The tiny creature smiled and whispered softly, saying that true strength comes from waiting for the right moment to bloom. It explained that rushing interferes with nature's process, and that patience is not just waiting, but an active growth. Tiko fell silent as he realized that his impatience had cost him his victory, his home, and his peace of mind. He watched as the caterpillar slowly began to weave a cocoon, working with a precision and calmness he never possessed. Inspired, Tiko decided to change his ways and began practicing the art of stillness, balancing on a single leg. He learned to fly slowly, feeling the air beneath his wings instead of fighting against it with unnecessary force. He observed the spider weaving its web and learned that a strong foundation requires time, precision, and careful attention. Tiko started building a new nest, selecting only the strongest twigs and weaving them together with patience and dedication. It took days instead of hours, but the result was a masterpiece of safety and comfort that made him proud. Weeks passed, and one sunny morning, the cocoon he had watched over finally began to crack and open up. A beautiful butterfly emerged, unfolding wings that were painted with the colors of patience, looking majestic and utterly free. The butterfly danced in the air, showing Tiko that the most beautiful things in life are worth waiting for. One afternoon, the sky turned dark again as a sudden, violent storm descended upon the forest without warning. Safe in his strong nest, Tiko heard a faint, desperate cry for help coming from the bushes down below. He looked down and saw Lulu, a small rabbit, trapped on a slippery rock surrounded by rising floodwaters. Tiko flew out, but instead of rushing blindly, he hovered and calculated the wind speed and the water's flow. He found a strong vine, and using his new patience, maneuvered it precisely through the gale toward the frightened rabbit. With steady movements, he guided Lulu to safety just seconds before the water swallowed the rock completely. The animals cheered for Tiko, not for his speed, but for the calm wisdom and bravery he had displayed. When the storm cleared, Tiko looked up at the highest branch of the oak tree where the legendary golden berry grew. Instead of rushing straight up and exhausting himself, he hopped from branch to branch, saving his energy for the climb. He reached the top effortlessly and plucked the prize, savoring the victory that his patience had finally earned him. He shared the delicious fruit with his mother, who smiled, knowing her restless son had finally truly grown up. Tiko realized that by slowing down, he actually achieved more than he ever did when he was rushing. He became a mentor to the younger birds, teaching them that patience is the secret key to mastering the sky. The old Tiko was fast but fragile. The new Tiko was slow, steady, and practically unstoppable in his pursuits. Life became easier and more joyful as he embraced the power of waiting for the perfect moment to act. He often flew alongside his butterfly friend, enjoying the journey rather than just obsessing over the final destination. Patience had transformed him from a frantic little bird into a master of the air and a guardian of the forest. He understood now that patience is not about doing nothing. It is about doing everything with purpose and clarity. Just like Tiko, we often rush through life, missing the beauty and making mistakes that could be easily avoided. But if we learn to breathe and trust the process, we will find that we are stronger than we think. Let the story of the blue bird remind you that the best things in life cannot be rushed or forced. Be patient with yourself, be patient with your dreams, and watch how the world opens up to you. Your wings are growing every day, and soon you will soar higher than you ever imagined was possible. Trust the timing of your life, for patience is the bridge between your goals and your ultimate success. Thank you for watching Unstoppable You Now. Remember to breathe, be patient, and let your own beautiful wings unfold slowly.